Today we are making an overall view of the history of English literature. The original inhabitants of Britain were probably Iberians. Iberians who came from Spain. The original inhabitants of Britain were probably Iberians from Spain. But we have no historical records about them. Then came Celts, C-E-L-T-S, Celts. They spoke Celtic language. It was during the Celtic period that Julius Caesar invaded Britain in 55 BC. Caesar refers to this invasion in his book Celtic Wars. By the way, Caesar's book was the first historical record of the country. Romantic rule means ruled by Romans. About a century after Caesar's invasion, the Romans again occupied the Britain in 43 AD. The Romans' rule of Britain lasted till 410 AD. The Romans built the city of Londinium, that has become London, and made a network of roads connecting the capital city with other towns. The Anglo-Saxon conquest, an important event, the Anglo-Saxon conquest. The Romans withdrew in 410 AD. Romans went back to their country in 410 AD because of the troubles at home. They were forced to leave Britain because of the troubles at home. In 499 AD, the Anglo-Saxon conquest started. See, three races of people from Northern Europe, Jutes, Angles and Saxons, occupied Britain. The inhabitants, Celts, were pushed towards the mountainous regions of Scotland and Wales. The Celts were pushed towards the mountainous regions of Wales and Scotland. The fertile land known as England was occupied by the Anglo-Saxons. The words England and English came from Angles. Anglo-Saxon literature. The Anglo-Saxons were pagans. Pagans means worshippers of nature and natural phenomena. The Anglo-Saxons were pagans. The first Anglo-Saxon poem was Widsith. 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 It was a catalogue poem, a poem in the form of a list. It was a catalogue poem mentioning the places visited by a traveler. The greatest Anglo-Saxon poem was Beowulf. Beowulf. It was an epic running to about 3,200 lines. It dealt with the adventures of a Germanic hero. The poem ends with the death of the hero Beowulf. Then another important milestone, conversion to Christianity. the Anglo-Saxons being converted into Christianity. It was Pope Gregory who was responsible for converting the Anglo-Saxons into Christianity. He sent 40 missionaries under the leadership of Augustine for this work. Christianity brought new words into English, mostly connected with religion. The first important Christian poem in England was The Dream of the Rood. R-O-D, Rood. Rood means cross. The Dream of the Rood. It depicts the cross in which Jesus Christ was crucified by glorifying the moments of crucifixion. The first Christian poem in England was The Dream of the Rood. It depicts the cross on which Christ was crucified, remembering the moments of glory. Venerable Bede published the book Ecclesiastical History in Latin language. Remember, Ecclesiastical History was published in Latin language. It described the coming of Christianity in England. The book was later translated into English. There are an important name during Anglo-Saxon period, King Alfred. King Alfred, the greatest of the Anglo-Saxon kings, was King Alfred. He compiled the book Anglo-Saxon Chronicles. It dealt with the story of Anglo-Saxons in England. It was the first prose work in English language. Part of the book was written by King Alfred and the rest by other scholars. Because of this book, because of which book, Anglo-Saxon Chronicles, King Alfred came to be known as the father of English prose. The father of English prose. The father of English poetry is Chaucer. The Norman conquest, an important milestone. The Norman conquest. The Anglo-Saxon period, that is Old English period. Anglo-Saxon period is otherwise called in English literature as Old English period. The Anglo-Saxon period or the Old English period came to an end with the Norman conquest of England in the year 1066. 1066 AD. Remember this year, it is an important one which may be asked in these are all important things which may be asked either in comprehensive examination or net set etc. See, the Norman conquest, it was in 1066 AD. The Normans came from Normandy, an area in northern France. Normans came from Normandy, an area in northern France. The man who led the conquest was William the Conqueror. England now came under the French rule. The French words entered English language in a big way. French words entered English language in a big way during this period. The new Frenchified English came to be known as Middle English. This new Frenchified English after the Norman conquest in 1066 AD came to be known as Middle English. The greatest poet during this period was Geoffrey Chaucer. Who wrote Canterbury Tales. The author of Canterbury Tales. The Renaissance The change from Middle English to modern English came with the Renaissance. The Renaissance was an intellectual movement that swept through Europe during the 16th century. The Renaissance was an intellectual movement that swept through Europe during the 16th century. The rediscovery of the glory of the ancient Greek culture and literature was responsible for this development. The Renaissance made 100 flowers bloom in England during the reign of Queen Elizabeth. The Elizabethan age produced writers like Shakespeare and Bacon, Francis Bacon. Then, after the Renaissance, Augustan age. Dryden was a late contemporary of John Milton. Dryden inaugurated in English literature known as Augustan age. The Augustan age actually meant the Golden Age. In Roman history, the age of Emperor Augustus was the Golden Age. The 18th century writers followed Dryden's example. Like Dryden, they were also classicists. The classicists insisted on following the ancient rules and regulations. Ancient rules and regulations means ancient rules and regulations of Greek literature. The most important writers in the Augustan age or in the 18th century were Alexander Pope, Addison, and Dr. Samuel Johnson. The 18th century saw the birth of English novel. It was during the 18th century that the English novel was born. You have to study that novel. The first English novel was Samuel Richardson's Pamela. Pamela was the very first novel in English, which was published during the 18th century. The poetry of the 18th century was mostly satirical. The important feature of poetry during the 18th century was that it was mostly satirical and it was very artificial also. The poetry was very much artificial. When we examine Pope's poetry or other poems, we can see that they were artificial in form. Then the pre-romantics. Pre-romantics means the poets before the romanticism. Romanticism. The next age after the Augustan age, the next stage in English literature was the age of Romantic period. Wordsworth was the writer who was responsible for the movement called Romanticism in English literature. But a group of writers known as the pre-romantics had prepared the way for the change, the new change. Gray and Blake, Thomas Gray and William Blake were pre-romantics. Gray is actually known as the morning star of Romantic revival. The Romantic revival. The French Revolution of 1789 was the main source of inspiration for the Romantic revival. The movement actually started with the publication of the lyrical ballads by Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge in the year 1798. It created a new poetic taste in the country. The Romantic writers differed from the other writers in many respects. The Romantic writers were lovers of nature. They had a sympathy for the poor and the downtrodden. And they had expressed the intense personal feelings. It was now poetry of emotion instead of poetry of thought. It was now the poetry of imagination instead of poetry of reasoning. The Romantic influence was introduced into English prose by writers like the Romantic revival was introduced to English prose by writers like Charles Lamb and Hazlitt. In poetry, a second generation emerged with Byron, Keats and Shelley. Since Romantic poetry was subject, Romantic literature was subject, drama almost disappeared from the scene. The two important novelists during this period of Romanticism were Walter Scott and Jane Austen. Walter Scott, the writer of historic novels, and Jane Austen, the writer of the famous novel Pride and Prejudice. Now the Victorian age. The next age was Victorian age. It started roughly from 1840 to 1900. The three important poets during this period were Alfred Lord Tennyson, Robert Browning and Matthew Arnold. They more or less continued the Romantic tradition in poetry. These Victorian poets continued the Romantic tradition in poetry. English novel developed very fast during this period. George Eliot, her real name is Mary Ann Evans, Charles Dickens and Thomas Hardy made English novel the glories of literature. Then The 20th century was a period of experimentation. We can call the 20th century a period of experimentation in every field. Ultra-modernism in poetry came with T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot practiced ultra-modernism in poetry. Samuel Beckett introduced absurd drama, like Waiting for Godot. And James Joyce made the stream of consciousness novel fashionable. James Joyce made the stream of consciousness novel very fashionable, like his Ulysses. By the way, T.S. Eliot's ultra-modern poem, The Wasteland, and the stream of consciousness poem by James Joyce, Ulysses, were published in the same year 1922. However, the second half of the 20th century, the last part of the 20th century, witnessed also counter movement developing in almost every field. In these segments developing in